let's try this again. If you saw my post, I had little glitches and interruptions. So we're going to give this another try, some of our leaves. And my plan was to use watercolor to cover over these, and we'd have leaves. Now this is what one of them was, and then we could draw the leaf. So let's keep going. Let's give this another try. But one thing I did find when we tried this earlier, I had made containers of watercolor. There's too much water in those, so I'm just letting you know. So I'm going to go back to my palettes, my colors, and we're going to give those a try. Okay, so I grabbed these and we'll just give it a try again. Okay, I'm actually going to mix those colors together so I can put some water in here. You know, because we have to modify, adapt, and pivot sometimes, and that is okay. All right? Because we're just here to experiment, and we're finding out many days what works and what doesn't work. And that's what an occupational therapist does. We modify and adapt. And you as a caregiver need to modify and adapt on the fly often, don't you? I know you do. My friend and I talk about that all the time. How, and this was a perfect example today of you have a plan and it doesn't always go as planned. And especially on a Monday. Don't we say that all the time? So I am going to attempt again to put some color around these leaves. And I even grabbed a few of the ones that we had cut out with the shape cutters. So let's just play. And I'm going to wet my brush. And I'm going to go with this orange. And I'm going to go around the edge of this leaf. And what I also talked about earlier is, you know, you might want to put gloves on. I didn't. But especially if you're working with folks, it gets on your fingers. Okay. But I'm noticing I had thought we would do wet on wet. And I noticed that the paper was maybe too wet. So, you know, we learn as we go. And I tried this yesterday. And, you know, I tried once before and it seemed to work. But then, as you know, and we all know, just because we did it once doesn't mean it's going to do that same thing again. And we might get frustrated and flustered and whatever word we want to use, but it happens. And we just have to go, okay, what can we learn from that? And we can move on and try it a new way. So when the tech didn't work, I got off and I'm making this video for you guys. And I'm going to move some of these out of the way and I'm going to move in some of this other. Let's just have fun with color. Let me put another leaf down. And Pam's pursing her lips again. I do that when I'm concentrating. I don't know if I'm thinking it's helping me. I don't know. So that's that leaf. Should we just grab another leaf? I'm going to hold it down. Let's get some other color because we're going to add more color for sure. We were talking about, when I was talking earlier, it's like, what's your favorite color of the fall? Put in the comments below. I'd love to see what everybody's favorite colors are. Okay, See, that one didn't. We can make it into a leaf. It is okay. See? But we can make these into leaves. Let's see how this one is. They're just interesting. Let's try one of these again. What color? What color? I got this green right here. So, and if you have ideas and if you've done this before and it worked, let me know your tricks. I would love to know so we can help everybody. Pam does not know all the answers. I could tell you that how I modify and adapt. Regular leaves can sometimes be challenging, but we could use cutout leaves. That is what I feel like I do the best, coming up with other solutions to the problems. So, but I know I have lots of really artistic friends out there, and, you know, I love it when we share. That's so spectacular. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do one over here. What color should we use? I'm just going with another color. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay. I'm kind of liking that. What makes me think is me to go back through my shape cutters and see what other leaves I have. And that would be fun. Because as we found out, the leaves dry up really quick that you get outside. Now you can paint the leaves and save them, but in the moment you want to have something available right now. All right, I'm going to take these off and we're going to dry them. I'm going to take my dryer. Okay, I'm going to get one of my markers. And I'm just going to do these black ones today so you could see. But I like to use these, I don't know how you use Faber-Castell Pitt pens. One is when they dry, you can paint over them. So I'm going to do it lightly. Let's see if I can get this marker working. There we go. Okay. I can see that the outline is here of the leaf. That way we know if we want to go back in and go around it. Here's another one that we did. Just doing it gently so we can paint over more. Okay, here's another one. I'm just doing them loose because that's what leaves are. There's no edges that are exactly right. I mean, not right, but smooth. And what do you think? See, we got this one here, just nice. Okay, so now we can maybe go in. I have a smaller brush and we can go in and color inside. But let's do, I think I'm gonna go around and get some darker color around the edges. We can always add more. And as a caregiver, you know, if you like doing this kind of stuff and if you need something just to relax and get things started, we call this priming, that we get things ready. So you could do all this part and then the individual you work with can color them in. And you could do crayons. You could do colored pencils, markers. You could let them decide. So this is where we modify and adapt. I think this is going to turn out pretty good. And sometimes we have happy accidents that some things don't go exactly as planned, but then we come up with other solutions and strategies. I think I'm going to kind of like this. Some more dark colors in here. So real leaves are fine, but so are cutout ones. And I'm gonna see if I can find my other shade cutters. Maybe I'll do another one later with different ones. I have several. And if you have a Cricut, man, you could cut out lots of them out of cardstock. Yeah. I have one, but I don't use it much. I need to use it more. Okay, I'm gonna put this one, let me get a little more here. Okay, I'm gonna put this one to the side. And here's one that we worked on earlier. I'm gonna dry this off. And then some of our friends who use switch access, you can support them by having them hit the switch, one, communication-wise, to tell you what they want to do next, or two, to turn on the device. Say, hey, I need power. Can you turn it on for me? Yeah, so, all right. Let's go back to our markers and let's get this leaf outlined. And I'm just holding it very loose. Let's just outline where there's more of an abstract. Because leaves, as I was walking even today, it's like there's so many different kinds. And don't ask me what the names are at all. I don't know. Many of my friends are very good at that. So, okay. And if we say this is that part, we could even draw the line. Make it look more like a leaf. Not all of them have that, but if you do it light, go back with a marker, a crayon, a pencil. Like I have my, let's see what I got here. Look at my colored pencils right here. Let's see, we could even make it a little bit more. This is blue, but that's okay. We color over it with you do what you think, or what the person you're supporting, what they choose. Let them draw the lines. It'll be so fun. I'm just there. Okay. Let's put some more color on these leaves. I'm going to get my paintbrush wet and get some red. Okay, now I grab my bigger paintbrush, which might not have been the best idea. Let's get the little one. Okay, and if you don't like what you see, take a paper towel and you can pull it up. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna add, what should we add? Should we add some yellow? Yeah. There, I like that. Let's go down here, a little yellow. This one I think should be more green. That's just I guess because it already had the green. And our leaves can be different colors. Like this one even had some blue. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, what color should we do next? Let's try this. Who knows what color that is? That's pretty color, I think. Of course, we can add other color. Green. Let's just use that on here. Am I giving you some ideas? I hope so. And what other questions do you have? What should we talk about? What guidance or support do you need? What would you do with these? It could be a picture, or what else could you do with them? I like using these cut out in cards or postcards, little embellishments in our journals. Yeah, that's what I like. Whoop. Okay. Let's get some yellow. Whoop. Ooh, that's bright yellow. Kind of fun. We had some yellow here. I need some more green in some of these, I think. That's just my choice. Gosh, guys, I think this turned out pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Let me just dry this one really quick. This might take a bit to dry. I just had a thought while I was doing this. Many of us, or some of my friends that live at the group home, love to put up a tree. They make a tree on the wall. Wouldn't these be really cool cut out leaves? And then save these other pieces and we could do some collaging with that. That would be really good. So, all right, so I'm going to put that one aside. Let's see this one. So, all right. Well, I know what I'll do. I will go in and I will draw in there, and I'm going to think of what else I could do. We could get our stampers markers, but those don't seal very well, I have found. So maybe I will get out the colored pencils. Let's just give this a try. You could color this in. I even have some watercolor pencils, but let's just do this. I like how this is thing underneath. It's giving a little texture. What do you think of that? Just coloring it in. Let's just see if, I don't think these are the watercolored ones. Oh, they might be. Yep. Let's see. I just have them in here. I really wasn't paying attention. Let's get a... just put a light brown on here. Let's mix up colors. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's a brown. Let's see what I got. A red. Here's another orange. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. What are you thinking? I like how it has this texture. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think these are my watercolored pencils. I might have to find them. And I'll come back and do these with the watercolored pencils. All right, so I hope I've given you a few ideas. Play. Just play and have fun. And we'll see what we do with these. So there's these. I got several. So, all right, my friends, you have a great day. Thanks for watching.